Know this about the basics of mental health. I've been a clinical psychologist for 8 years, and this is what I know. Today I want to talk about slipping on the basics. I'll try to answer the question if it's only stupid people who forget or slip on the basics. Spoiler alert, it's not just stupid people, it's all of us humans. The basics are getting enough sleep, eating enough, resting enough, and doing enough. If we don't do the basics, we'll suffer, or as I sometimes call it, have an unstable mind. Sometimes we don't know that we're slipping on these essential behaviors before it's too late, and we end up feeling unstable. And most times, people are not able to recognize what's wrong or what can help them, and that it might just be as simple as having missed the basics. We all slip sometimes, due to many reasons. Either forgetfulness, being busy, or sometimes because we are unknowing of the importance of the basics and we consciously down prioritize them. Sometimes I hear that clients are skipping sleep in order to do more. Sometimes I'll hear examples of starting a restrictive diet or exercise regimen in order to feel better when being stressed out. Other times I'll hear that a client is trying to work more with even fewer breaks to get over the bulk and be less stressed. Others will tell me that they pulled the plug completely and did nothing for some days and that they're surprised why that didn't improve their mental health. All are good examples of when the basics are slipping. And all are also good recipes for making ourselves feel bad or unstable. And when we feel unstable, we become even more likely to continue slipping. As such, we end up feeling worse and worse. Why is this? Why do we slip even more on the basics when we're feeling unwell mentally? Well, one explanation could be that the natural instinct when feeling bad is to do black and white behavior. Black and white behavior is not balanced. It's either or, too much or too little. For example, someone struggling with their mental health might end up sleeping too much or too little, eating too much or too little, being too active or inactive, doing nothing at all, or running around like crazy. Humans don't do such due to a wish of self-sabotage. It just happens, and it happens quite frequently. It's not uncommon that when we're in imbalance, that our behaviors or decision making will also be in an imbalance. This will often mean that we react too much or too little, that we over or underdo it. It's normal when we feel bad to want to escape the discomfort, and often we end up trying to escape it with behaviors of either over or underdoing it. It's not because we're stupid, it's just part of automatic behavior and added to us being unstable. When we're not okay, it's scary and we want to be okay again as soon as possible. We'll often panic about it and try to fix it by doing something. And that's something that we'll tend to do. We'll do in excess in order for it to hopefully work extra well or extra fast. My clients will have tried to eat extra healthy or not enough. They will have started running or signing up for classes. They will have tried to be more social than normal. They will have tried to be more active or more passive. They will have made themselves sleep way too much or not enough. Or they will have stayed too much indoors trying to rest their pain out. Or they will have done whatever to not stay at home. After all of this, they come to me in desperation and fear because none of their attempts have made them feel better. I see this in my clinic every day. It's not that there's anything wrong with their behavior. What's wrong is that it's black and white. It's either too much or too little. By excessive attempts of fixing, by doing opposites or black and white behavior, they'll end up in further imbalance. All of it is good in moderation, but too much of one thing is not going to work and then you'll just feel worse, which will likely make you feel frustrated and panic more about your mental health and what to do. Therefore, it's essential to know what to focus on so you don't make it worse. How would we understand a toddler or an infant that was crying and acting out? Parents know instinctually that they need to address the four basics. Did he sleep? Did he eat? Was he overstimulated? And did he get activated today? We tend to forget the natural innate logic of what we need, either because of modern culture's impact on us, seeing ourselves as more brain than body, or because we're often too busy to keep all the essentials in mind. Our neglect of our basic needs is not because we're stupid, but it can be due to also being confused by what we learn in our environment from friends, media, and social media that has plenty of truths and to-dos. We're likely taught to act when there's a problem, to fix it. And with the myriad of bad and worse advice on the internet and from people we know, we don't lack inspirations of what to try. This could be one of the reasons why it often goes so wrong when people are trying to mend their mental health. They end up doing a lot that enhances their suffering. Another could be that we forget and slowly slip away from the basics. As mentioned earlier, it's also understandable and normal to forget what we need when we're not okay. And again, sometimes it happens that we're not in a position to fix these four things right now. That we're not in a position where it's likely for us to balance our needs and get the correct amounts needed for our mental health. Sometimes we need to accept that this is the case and that it's likely to cause us some instability at the moment. But here, knowing what's wrong can make us feel more in control and help us communicate to ourselves and others what's going wrong. And knowing what's wrong and what we need can often prevent us from making it worse. I think this is all we had time for. What was your takeaway from today's video? As always, feel free to take away the information you can use, if any, and leave the rest. Hopefully you found that today's topic made sense and I didn't waste your time. Please subscribe or like this video so my channel can grow. Take care and see you for the next one.